we're starting, I always want to do like the Kermit the Frog intro. Welcome again to the Muppet Show.
Hi-ho.
Hi-ho.
Hashtag just saying here.
Hi-ho.
Piggy.
Piggy. Okay. Oh, crap. I mean...
You know what it's called when he's having intimate relations with her?
Making bacon?
Yes.
Oh, crap. Oh, boy. Welcome back to
Hashtag just saying.
I'm still Tara.
Last I checked, I'm me.
Oh,
Sean.
good. Good for you, Sean. Good for you. All I can handle is being me. Today,
Oh, explain why we didn't have a show last week.
you can if you like.
I was going to do it real quick.
Go right ahead.
We didn't have a show last week because I wasn't emotionally into it. Because last Thursday, one of my cats was having health issues, and I took him to the vet. Turns out I had to put him down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that screwed me up.
Mm-hmm.
I was like so emotional, I wouldn't be able to focus on doing a show. So apologies for not having a show last week, but that's why. I had to put my kitty cat down.
Get ready to laugh.
We're in better spirits now.
I mean, am I? I don't know.
It's Friday.
It is Friday. I will give you that. But I'm trying, damn it. The thing is, like, okay, so today I was eating. I have these little gummies they're not pot gummies or anything. I have these little gummies.
There should be.
Excuse me, I have these little gummies. They're like Korean gummies. They're really good. They taste like grape, but they taste just like you're eating a grape.
Right.
Oh, yes. They're delicious. I bought some and was running. My supplies were limited, so I ordered more. So I got some, and I brought a baggie to work with me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm eating them at work, and I kept biting my what would you call it? Like like my bottom
gum
inside lip.
Oh
Yeah.
On the other side here.
Yeah, it's like right here. Now I this wasn't just like, ooh, that hurt. Like, and this was like, I must have done it at least 15 times.
Same spot.
Same spot.
Yes.
And it's like a bubble now.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to be graphic, but it's it hurts.
That usually turns into a canker.
Well, it fucking hurts.
Yes. It does.
I'm gonna cry for me if I have salt later. I mean, that's gonna hurt like a biatch.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it hurt. So I'm trying to. I have quickly my little notes. Oh, let me start off with this one. You'll love this one.
Good.
Yeah. So Tuesday I was entertaining. A friend of mine was here, and they had parked their vehicle right behind mine, in my driveway. In my driveway. Okay? I must stress this. I must stress this point. Okay? So, I mean, we're not even talking like 15 minutes, and the doorbell rings. My doorbell rings.
Then the doorbell rings.
So, I didn't want to answer it because I don't like talking to people. So I text Jay, did you get the doorbell? And before he can answer me, because he wasn't going to, the doorbell rings again. And now I'm
Somebody
like...
really wants you.
Yeah, now I'm like, okay, well, it's not FedEx. It's not UPS. Because they would have hit it and quit it. Right? I mean, they would have bing, bing, boom. They would have just... What is that? Ding dong ditch. They would have ding dong ditched me. They'd be gone. So I'm like, great. I think I actually have to answer the damn door.
shit.
Quick PS, twice at work today, I heard someone say, actually, and I immediately did the double actually in my head, actually.
Oh, I couldn't do it, you know.
It has become like a nervous tick. I just do it all the time.
You got something on the window there. Oh, no, let's go.
I got a lot of things on the window, Sean.
I don't know if that was a live comment.
I don't know what's happening in my life anymore. So, I'm like, okay, I guess I gotta answer the damn door. I got iced tea on me.
Code.
It's funny you say that. I'm gonna put a pin in that because I really need to finish the story. I don't want to. I got yelled at. People are like, well, you need to finish your fucking stories. So I'm trying to finish one story at a time. Excuse me. So, I have to go and I have to answer the door. I don't normally wear sweatpants if I know I'm going to be entertaining people. I definitely don't wear them out of the house. Right? I don't want to be that person. I just don't want to be sweatpant person. Right? So, I had texted my friend earlier and I said, listen, FYI, I'm wearing sweatpants. I'm not putting on pants for you. Right? But that's fair because this person has shown up in their pajamas, hung out with me, and then went home and went to bed. So, I mean, that's fine, right?
Pajama jammy jam.
Thank you, sorry. I mean, so I said I'm wearing sweatpants, and then, she said, oh, me too. I wear sweatpants too. Great, sweatpant party. Let's do it. Let's do this. It's now Sweatpant Tuesday. So, I'm in sweatpants and a t-shirt, and I do have on sneakers. And
Yes.
so I go to my door, and I'm a little hesitant to answer the door because I am on sweatpants. I don't want to greet the public in sweatpants. Okay? Just not how I roll. But I have no choice because my significant other is off wandering around somewhere. I have no idea where he is.
That's when you gotta yell at the door. I'll be right there. I need some pants. I've misplaced my pants.
You'll have to speak up. I'm wearing a towel. So, come to find out later, Jay was in the basement the whole time. So he had completely missed everything.
Woohoo! I'm highest bidder.
Wow.
And
Okay.
bam! I just sniped you. That's mine.
Okay. Sean is bidding on eBay live as we record. So,
Yay! I'm sorry.
yeah.
No, I'm not. Mine.
Sorry, not sorry. So, I answer the door in sweatpants. It's the neighbor kid from next door. I call him a kid. He's probably about 19 now. Still a kid.
Yeah.
So he looks at me, and he's trying to be tough. And he goes, I'm going to need you to move your cars. And I went, what?
I'm like, fuck you. Why'd you ask politely, you little shit?
He goes, I'm going to need you to move your cars. And I went, and I'm just staring at him. I'm trying to keep Daisy from running out the door because she's like, who do you think you are? She's ready to go. And so I'm trying to keep her from getting out. And I didn't want to, get too, it's Corona times. I didn't put a mask on, so I was like, keep away from me. So,
Go home.
yeah, exactly. Why don't you just go home? Speak to me from over there. So he goes, nobody in my driveway can see backing out of the driveway.
Tough shit.
And I was like, what?
How long you lived here?
9 or 10 years. Right?
Now the little shit's having a problem with that?
Well, here's the thing. When Jay first started his job, because he has a work truck, and it's a pretty big truck, originally he used to park his personal vehicle behind the truck and then put the truck. So the truck used to be more toward the end of the driveway. Mm-hmm. And they came over and complained. They're like, you can't do that. We can't see. And I'm like,
My driveway.
hey, Sean, I love it. Sean's like, it's my driveway.
Park wherever the fuck I want, park in the driveway, you little shit. Fuck off.
So, Jay had ended up moving his car basically onto the lawn so he could park his truck further back and make the neighbors happy. Now this kid is in my face, well, not in my face, but ringing my bell saying, move your vehicles. And I'm sitting here going, I don't understand how this can be accomplished, because Jay had backed his truck in. So he is not an obstacle. And it's like, her car doesn't, it's not like her vehicle is right in the street. You know what I'm saying? So I just looked at him and I was like, okay, well, I'll see what I can do. Right? Because I just wanted him to go away.
I have an idea.
So he walked away mumbling at me, and I was going to do that thing that your parents do when they get at you and then you walk away mumbling, like, excuse me? What did you say? Like yelling through your, what did you say? Yelling through your teeth. Come back here. But I was like, I don't want a problem. So I came in and I asked my friend to move the vehicle, and that did not go over well at all. Why? They said they can't see. That's not your problem.
Right.
You're in your yard. They need to deal with their yard. And then it's like, she goes, well, if they're so concerned with being able to see, why don't they back into their driveway so that they can pull out and see proper?
Why don't they just go get some other lazy ass out of their house, have them stand at the end of the driveway? Okay, it's clear. Come on.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
Don't come over here demanding to move your car. I'm like, screw you, slam the door.
Exactly. That's what I said. I was like, why doesn't somebody spot them? But here's where this story...
Every time I come over, there's always like a whole family in the house.
I know. So you figure somebody could stand outside and go, this way. This is, no. No. So my friend does go to move the vehicle. Somehow makes it worse. I'm like, I look out the window and I'm watching how it's parked. I'm like, you parked worse than how you were parked before. She says, well, tough shit. I don't care. I moved. That's what he wanted, right? I moved.
Was her car... Her, right?
Yeah.
Was it Tina?
Yeah.
Was she behind your car?
Yes.
Good. That's where I am right now.
But you have a lower car.
Come over and ask me.
But you have a lower car.
I'll move the car. I'll block your fucking driveway sideways. Say it's moved. Goodbye. Should do that with Jay's truck.
I was thinking the day that Joseph is finally able to come back and he's got a truck that... Ooh-wee. But here's the thing, right? And this is the thing that made me completely shake my head, alright? So, moves vehicle, actually worse. Actually. And I'm shaking my head because I'm like, you didn't... That was worse. This is worse. You didn't help. You might as well have done nothing. But as my friend is out in the vehicle and start the vehicle to move the vehicle, the punk ass next door backs out of his driveway and goes flying down the street. Like, revving the engine, being a total dick. Right?
How are you standing there?
I was just like, well, I was so mad. Because now my friend comes in and I'm sitting there and I'm like, you made it worse. And then she goes, he just flew past me. She's like, why the fuck did I bother moving my car? Mm-hmm. He got by.
Right.
I said, I don't know. I think he just wanted to be an ass.
Well, next time, slam the door in his face and tell him to screw.
I was like,
if you want to move, have a cop come to your door and ask if you can move the car.
So, I mean, her thing kept, like, the thing that she kept reiterating to me was, like, it's in your yard. Your vehicles, and like, in my vehicle, are in your yard. Like, it's not like he has a say. You know? And then she's like, even if he called the cops aren't going to do anything. You're parked in your yard.
Right.
Right? I don't know. So I was sitting there and I'm like, why don't they install some kind of system or have somebody go out to the end of the driveway and be like, go ahead. Instead of banging on my door.
See, that makes me I sound so far away on
There you go.
that. Yeah, that's better.
Yeah.
That would make me want to be like Trump and throw up a fence.
I'm building a wall.
Yep. Big enough that you definitely can't see.
Okay. This next thing I'm going to tell you about. I'm going to have to leave out a couple of things.
Edit.
So that I don't go to prison. Speaking of the police. Whoop, 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 whoop. That's the sound of the police. Oh, that's the thing I want to tell you. Because you just thought you had talked about, you were singing Colors by Ice-T. There's a documentary on Netflix called The Evolution of Hip Hop. And I skipped the first 2 episodes because they were lame. And I started with, like, the East Coast, West Coast feud.
Yeah.
So, like, the Tupac Biggie feud. And then that went into an episode about how New York changed after Biggie died. And then it's supposed to, like, really dig into. I assume at some point I'm going to see Ice-T. But I've not seen him yet.
I see him on
he's on that Law and Order show.
yeah. He's also doing some commercial for something right now, too.
Oh, I'm sure.
I see it every day during 12 o'clock hour at work. Like twice.
The noontime Ice-T commercial?
Is that something?
No.
Damn.
Sorry.
I keep thinking that we're getting live comments.
I can't, I wouldn't be able to see even if we did. I should get a bigger thing. But anyway, doesn't matter.
Get
So,
a monitor. Hook it up to a monitor.
my God, man. I got too much going on. So, alright, I'm going to tell you this story, right?
Lovely baby.
Yeah, that's me. Okay, so I don't know if anybody knows what a VPN is. And I'm sure the people in my life who might be listening or watching to this are already cringing because they kind of know this story. Because I bitched for like 3 days. Right? So VPN is like a virtual private network, okay? And yeah. That convinced me. You should get a VPN. And you can allegedly, maybe or maybe not, watch things in other countries that may or may not have British men. Allegedly.
I did something for British, UK people today.
Oh, did you?
Yep. If you watch the YouTube version of our show,
Yes.
or if you are watching, you'll be able to see that I'm wearing a Danger Mouse shirt that I had made up.
Yes.
I'm sure everybody over there knows about Danger Mouse. It was one of my favorite shows when I was a kid.
Jay likes it. I think he has the DVDs. I'm not sure. Anywho's, I realized that I've worn this shirt like 8 podcasts in a row.
And no one said anything?
And nobody has said anything to me. I need to change. For the audio folks, what we're talking about is we upload the first 30 minutes or so onto YouTube. And for the YouTube folks, you can listen to the entire show on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Google Play. Oh, that was Google Play, or whatever it's called. Anchor.
Drop your anchor, listen.
Spotify.
Look out and spot for us.
And Audible.
Oh, we hear you, baby. You hear us? Because we hear you.
So, you may or may not be able to access these things with a VPN. So, I very much wanted access to the British men. So, there's a show that I like, and it was coming back, and I'm like, oh, I want to watch it before 8 months go by, and I can finally watch it in the U.S. Because I hate when they do that, right? So, said nephew says, get this kind of router, and then you just subscribe to a service, and you're all set. And I went, yeah. So I said, okay. So I ordered a router. The router came last Thursday. All right. Now, I had gotten home. My sister was visiting, and I wrapped up early so that she could go to bed.
Hi, Kelly.
So that she could go to bed. So I came home. It was probably like 9:30, and I said, you know what? I got a few minutes. I could probably spend an hour putting together the router and the VPN thing, and I'll get that going.
Mm-hmm.
I was up, and this is not an exaggeration, until 3 a.m.
Whoa.
I
had time for the witching hour.
I know. I had the router going.
Routing?
The router was routing. And I subscribed to a VPN service because I thought that must be the roadblock. I need to subscribe to the service and get that going. So I did that.
Everyone can subscribe to us.
Yeah. And it wasn't working. So ultimately what I did was I contacted customer service and I said, this isn't working. What am I doing? What am I doing? And the guy goes, what's your router? What's your make, model? So I gave it to him and he goes, oh, yeah, that's not compatible with what you're trying to do. And I went,
how do you know? You're not here.
Well, he knew. And I was willing
You're
to...
on the other side of the world right now.
And I was willing to believe him because he explained to me what needed to be done. So I was very frustrated and I said, okay, this sucks. I ordered a new router and I was getting ready to return that one. I set up a return for it already. So Friday comes, I'm running on like an hour and a half of sleep. Sean says he can't do the show. I don't remember if we decided that on Thursday or if it was a Friday thing, but either way, I was like, oh, I'm not recording tonight. So then Jay said, since you're not recording, when you come home, we'll try to do the router thing. Jay, here's the thing. I am not the most computer literate person.
I used to be.
Really?
Yeah.
I was waiting for you to elaborate. Sean just like, I used to be. Boom, that's it.
No, back in like the late 90s and early 2000s, my whole family would depend on me for every little thing going on with the computer.
Yeah.
Of course, back then I was able to help fix any of the problems, but now, put me in front of the computer and say, oh, this ain't doing this. What am I doing wrong? I don't know.
I mean...
I'm not really using computers the way I used to.
I really just click on it till I get it done. I'm like, I'm just going to keep clicking.
Did you try rebooting it?
Have you turned it off and turned it back on again? How about unplugging it for 10 seconds and plugging it back in? So...
Oh, it didn't work for my wife. Why should it work for my computer?
Didn't work for the blow-up doll. It's not working for this. So... Anyway, so we take the router that I was going to return anyway, and Jay and I head to the basement. He brings his laptop because it has an Ethernet. That's the little cable that looks like a phone. You would use it on a phone. And we plug the router into the laptop. We're trying to get it done. It's not working. I had spent most of my Friday morning trying to get a refund from the place that I had subscribed the VPN service. And I was finally able to get a refund just based on the fact that I didn't have the right router and stuff. So I'm like, I don't even have the equipment to use your shitty service. So they're like, you know what? You're right. You do have shitty equipment and we're going to refund you money. And great. So I subscribed to a different service because I think it might be the service, right? Because I should backtrack a little bit. I had texted my nephew earlier in the afternoon, and he finally got back to me around like 4 o'clock, and he goes, it was one of those conversations. I said, I'm having trouble with the router, and he goes, just watch a YouTube video. And I went, I don't figure things out that way, you know? Like, I need to see it in action, or I need to do it. I can't just have somebody on YouTube go, now unplug the thing, and plug this, and do this. And do-si-do, and turn to your left to put your left foot in.
Middle finger out.
I know! Put your left foot in, you shake it all about.
God, I always hated that dance.
Yeah. That musical chairs, I never liked musical chairs.
Chicken dance, too.
Oh, yeah. Chicken dance could take a hike.
That's why back in 2009 when I was married,
yeah,
when we got married, we both didn't like those.
Mm-hmm.
And we both banned those from being played.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad. I hope the DJ listened to you because when I got married, I had a list of shit I didn't want played. Guy played at least 3.
Ooh.
I went, what the fuck? Hide it. That's not me. Oh, you suck.
I'm deducting that from your pay.
Yeah, I should have. Anyway.
You work for me.
Seriously. I'm your boss. Today. So, we were in the basement, and I mean, my nephew was of zero help, and he was just like, well, download the app, and blah, 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 and I don't understand what you're trying to do, and, I'll get back to him, but he wasn't very helpful. So, I was very frustrated, because, I really wanted to get this done, and I really wanted to allegedly watch things in other countries, allegedly. Maybe or maybe not. And so...
Maybe I may not see some...
I may or may not.
British men.
I may or may not have seen British men. I may or may not. So...
No shirts on. Bulges and shit.
Bulges!
Just the way you like them.
Listen, don't paint me in this color.
Bulgy.
No, don't paint me this way. It's so bad. So we were in the basement. Jay and I working. It's now 9 o'clock at night. And I went, I've had enough of this. Mm-hmm. This is 2 days now. I've been trying to do this and I can't do it. So Jay said, well, we hadn't even had dinner yet. So he goes, well, I'll order some dinner.
Yay!
Just relax and, you know, we'll return the router in the morning and figure something out. I already had a router coming to me. The original one I was going to buy instead of this one. So, I had set up a refund. And I bit the thing again. Oh, God. Oh.
You're not even eating.
I know. I'm just speaking. So, he went to go pick up dinner, so I decided, because the software was on my laptop, my desktop. So, I begin a chat. Sorry? I'm so sorry. So I began a chat with customer service, who, by the way, was awesome.
Yay!
The customer service at this company was amazing. So this guy talks me through the setup, and then he goes, yep, your router's not compatible. And I went, son of a bitch! Yeah. So then he tries to set me up with a different way to do it, and that didn't work either because my PC wasn't compatible with it. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just not a fucking compatible person. I was like, I don't know how I'm getting on in the world. So he goes, well, here's a list of routers that are compatible if you want to do that. And then he said, go to our website and we have instructions, blah, blah, blah. So I canceled the router I originally bought one from his list. I'm like, I can't go wrong now. I got one from the list. Right?
Why do I have a feeling?
Because I was late to you Monday. That's why you have a feeling. So I was all excited. I figured out a way to do it. I'm not going to go into it because, like I said, it might be naughty. So I'm all psyched. I'm ready to go, right? So the new router comes Monday. I say to myself and to Jay, I was like, this isn't going to take long at all. I already know this router is compatible. And I already pre-downloaded, maybe not, software that I might or might not need to put on the router. I was like, we're good. All I have to do is plug this thing in, boot this thing up, transfer this file. Done.
Sounds so easy.
Jay goes, all right, let's do it. So we go down to the basement.
Let's rock.
Yep, we go down to the basement. This was a fucking nightmare. I couldn't... Now, I mean, this is where it gets so technical, so I'm not gonna even try. Basically, the router website that I had to go to set the router up and register it was not loading. And I couldn't figure out why. And then I finally got the fucker to load. So I do a whole setup, right? I'm like, this is gonna be great. Do the whole setup. I get to the configuration page. I may or may not upload the file that I need, and I'm hitting like boom, apply, and I should be seeing a blue check mark, and I'm seeing a red X.
Nothing red is good.
And I'm like, no. And I look at, like, Jay says something about the time. I look at my phone. Very lovely. Realize that it's at least 10 minutes past
Middle time
when I should have left to head to Sean's house. And I went, and I'm getting more and more frustrated because I can't get the thing to do what I want it to do. And I'm like, this should have been easy. I was so mad. So I pack up everything. I come upstairs, go to the bathroom, do whatever, and then I head to Sean's. And on the way there, I called Jay. And I said, you know what? I said, this is what's going to happen. And he goes, yeah? I was like, I want you to bring the laptop back downstairs. We had left the router down there. I said, and put a chair down there. And he goes, a chair? And I went, a chair. And he goes, oh, shit. It just got real. You want a chair down? I want a chair down there. I was like, when I come home, I'm going down there. I was like, I'm going to figure this out. And he goes, oh, my God, good luck. And then he goes, I'm going to be in bed. I said, good. That's a good place for you. You're not in my way. Stay in bed. So he's like, okay. Now, half the drive, I was still thinking, I'm like, what happened? And for a little bit, when I first saw you, I was still in my head. I'm like, oh, there's something stupid. So then I came home, and I had told Sean, I said, I'm going to give myself a midnight cutoff. Because I'm not staying up till 3 a.m.
Especially when you have to go to work.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay. Well, I mean, the next day I was working from home, so I could sleep an extra hour, which is why I was like midnight cutoff. So I come home and I fiddle with it, and first of all, it takes Jay's work laptop like 20 minutes to load up. I'm like, this thing is so fucking slow. The little hamster's running really, really fast. So once I got that going, and I did the whole process all over again, and it still wasn't working. So I bring out my phone and I text customer service again, and I'm like, okay, this is the router that I have that you told me was gonna work, and I can't get it to work. So he texts me back, excuse me, a link to the setup on their website, like the how-to, and I'm like, no. I can't do that. That's why I'm here.
I'm laughing when you went, no. You almost did like, no, Batman.
So I'm like, this isn't going to work because I tried that and I'm still stymied. So he's like, okay, well, he goes, take a picture of what you're looking at. So I take a picture of the thing. Now, I'm in my basement. It's 11:15 at night. I had taken my trusty little ghost hunting flashlight downstairs. I mean, I don't go in my basement during the day, let alone in the middle of the night. So I'm like...
Try going down there with your night vision camera.
I didn't want to be down there at all. I'm sitting there like, oh, dear Lord. I don't want to be down here.
Lordy.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, things are kicking on. The burn is going. I'm like, oh, I got to get out of here.
Well, that's a good thing.
Huh?
It's a good thing.
Yeah.
The burn is going.
No, believe me, I'd rather have it going than have it not going. But I was just like, I need to get out of the basement ASAP. So then he looks at this, and then he goes, oh, as it turns out, just to shortcut this whole thing, I had missed a step. So he goes, this is all you have to do. I'm like, oh, are you serious? So I do it, hit apply, blue check mark.
Yes.
The guy's name was, I think it was...
Hans.
I think it was Lucas. No, I think it was Lucas. I went, Lucas, you are a fucking hero. And he wrote back like a big smiley, and he's like, I am? And I went, you fucking are. You are a champion, Lucas. And I won't ever forget you. And he's like, I'm very flattered. And he goes, is that all you need? And I said, do I have to? And I asked him a couple of very small technical questions. And he's like, and he answered them very quickly. He's like, yes, no, blah, blah, blah. And I said, okay, we have nothing more to discuss. And I will let you go. And you're a fucking champion. And he's like, excellent. And he goes, well, I hope you... Because when we had started the chat, he said, hi, I'm Lucas. And then he's like, how are you today? And I went, tired and miserable, Lucas. And he goes, oh no, why? So when he goes, I hope you're, not as miserable. And I said, no, I'm going to bed, Lucas. I'm very happy. And he's like, okay, sweet dreams. It was so funny. So, I mean, this was like 10 past 11. And I give myself a midnight cutoff. So I'm like, I'm ahead of my own curve. That never happens. So I came upstairs and I set up another thing the last thing that I needed to set up so that I would be all set. And then I took a picture of British men and I sent it to my husband and I said, look what I can do. Yeah, look what I can do. And he got it when he woke up in the morning. And he was like, oh, my goodness. He said, you figured it out. I said, yep, me and Lucas. We worked hard. It took him 10, 15 minutes to figure out what I did wrong and fix it all up. But I was so happy because it's so frustrating when you have something and it's like technical knowledge like that. It's like speaking a whole other language.
See?
Yeah, I'm like, you might as well be speaking Russian to me.
Oui.
Yeah, that is so not Russian.
No.
Yeah.
Oui.
Yeah. What's that? Oh, shoot. I used to watch these Russian car crash videos.
Oh, yeah.
And there'd be like one word that I'm pretty sure means shit. Because they said it all the time. I'm like, that word must mean shit because you hear them yell it all the time.
I used to watch those too.
Yeah?
But I'd always be afraid.
Why? Why?
That Connor was going to come back at me for watching and laughing at these
Oh, come now. I need to clarify just a little bit. I wouldn't just watch like car crash videos. These were like winter crashes. Because I think those are funny. It's like you see the car just go wee. It's like boom. Yeah. Oh yeah.
All the ones I remember too is just bigger vehicles or large, like 16-wheelers crashing into somebody. Or
yeah. You know what?
Not making it under a bridge.
Oh no, never. The thing that I don't understand is, I don't know what cars in Russia are made of, but they fucking roll. Oh my god. It's like, he hits a little bump, and then he ends up hitting another car, and then he's rolling downhill. I'm like, how are their vehicles so malleable? They're just rolling down hills. Jesus.
That's where you find one of these videos and you dub in that song, keep rolling.
Well, the other thing that would make me laugh is, like, you get these dash cam videos, and dudes just driving down the road, they're just regular driving, and all of a sudden a tire comes out of nowhere and hits them. And that happens all the time. I'm like...
You know that.
I said, are they not...
You've had that before.
No, I've never had a tire. Well, yeah, actually I have.
Yeah, actually. I remember that. My memory sucks.
But that was shred. This is like a tire rolling, bouncing, slamming them on the hood. I'm like, do they not fasten tires in Russia? Or they just use one bolt? And they're like, good luck. One bolt, good luck. That's all you get. Scheiße. Jeez. My goodness. Okay, thank you so much for joining us. Like we said, you can listen to the rest of the show. All those other places. Sean's got something to tell you. Throw him, Sean. Don't steal the VPN.
Have a good everything, and make sure you get all your bolts on your tires.
Exactly. That's good advice, actually.
Actually?